And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Fearless Fridays with Maryann. Today, I have the amazing Safia as a special guest. So, Safia, let's get started. Introducing yourself and telling us what you're currently doing right now.
Yes, hi everybody. So my name is Safia. You can find me online by just Googling Safia Alice and everything about me will pop up. But currently what I do is I am a social media marketing or digital marketing strategist. I currently work for a nonprofit where I'm helping with their social media strategy, creating their foundation and getting that built up from the ground up. I've been in social media predominantly now for over 7 years and I love what I do.
Awesome, awesome. So, when you and I met, we met through an event that you were hosting. So, can you tell us a little bit about that event and what it is that you also do?
Yes, so I actually have a event, or not event, but a program called Women Rule Club, where I get women together here in Orlando, Florida, where we can come together and discuss various different things or learn different things from just networking with each other, or understanding or learning about different aspects of what it's like to be a woman from in the house, or yeah, personal lifestyle, business, motherhood, all the different aspects of that is what I help bring women together with this special club I have.
Awesome, awesome. So, what brought that idea to start that club?
So this club actually came from a place where at the time I had just had my daughter, and also I would say not new to Orlando, but I didn't really have a lot of connections or friends here. So it was really difficult to just find other women that were like me and who I could really have a conversation with. So that's where the Women Rule Club had came from. But it was also more for, I felt like at the time I didn't have a lot of resources that were close to home to discussing what it's like to um, be a mom for the first time, but also having that tribe where when you're having maybe some difficulties at work, or there's just stuff like going on that you just wish there's someone else that you could trust and have those discussions with. So that's where it had, uh, I guess, it came about.
Awesome. That's amazing. Sometimes, women, we seek for more, but we don't know what to do or where to get started. So that's really
Right.
amazing that you saw a need for yourself,
Hmm.
and it's a need that other women, can take advantage of, and you started that group. So that's really amazing.
Yes.
Ah, So my focus for 2021, it's all about transformative freedom.
Hmm.
So when you hear transformative freedom, what comes to mind? What does that make you think and feel?
When I think about transformative freedom, I think where you're just able to transform into something, but also feel as though you don't have to feel sorry about it in a way. So like if you want to go after something, or you want to have a stepping stone in your life, like you can go after that with no problem, and you don't feel like you have to be scared or you have to hide, or um, doubt yourself, essentially saying like, oh, well, I don't think I can really do that. I don't think I'm allowed to have um, are allowed to have that type of opportunity. So that's what it means to me, that you're able to triumph through that and, do what you want to do truly for yourself.
Awesome. So you just said a key word there that I think oftentimes women kind of like struggle with. You
Hmm.
said the word allowed. Do you think that sometimes as women, we seek not just validation, but permission to be able to move to that next level, next step?
Yes, yes. I mean, and that's actually something I've been learning either this week actually. Um, I feel like I oftentimes need someone to give me um that allowance, or that, or allow me to do what I want to do, or they
Mhm.
have to give me that permission when truly is more about what I want. I need to just go after it and take it, essentially, and not be scared, because I feel like, as for me growing up, my parents are very traditional, especially my mother. She's from India, so she has a different aspect of how women should act or be in public, and around other people, especially when it comes to being at home, are in the workplace, and especially when it comes to being around men, you know. So I've learned it's more of like, you know, as a woman, you need to just sit pretty, do as you're told. You know, if you have a house, you have a family, you need to take care of them first before you work. Where I also I agree to that, but I do believe that it needs to be in your rightful way. You know, if there's something that you want or something that you want to do, or you know, be different, go ahead and do it without feeling like society has to give you that permission. Just do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, if you don't mind, what has been one of your biggest struggles that you've overcome, and what did that process look like?
Biggest struggle I've overcome. Let me think. Um, I would say that my biggest struggle has just been feeling like I'm having kind of the struggle now. It's like I went at it and then I like takes 2 steps backwards, like, no, I'm not allowed to do this. But it's like your self-worth, essentially. And what I mean by that is like how much money you should be getting paid for things, or what, just like your currency in life, you know, you feel like, oh, well, I may have grown up, I've always known that, like, well, this is where the ceiling is, and I'm not really allowed to break that ceiling or go over that. But I have learned that, yes, you can, and it does happen. Because I've been in situations where maybe I felt like, you know, there's no way that what I'm dreaming of is going to happen. But when I prove myself and work really hard and just go about that, I actually went above that and broke it. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So I think too, like one of the things I feel like society has taught women is that we're not allowed to negotiate. I think especially like when it comes in the workplace, you know, a woman is offered $50,000 for a job, and she's like, okay, great. When do I start? But a man is offered that, and he's like negotiating, and gets sometimes, you know, almost double that. Why do you think that is?
It's because as women, we're afraid that we're going to be told no. We're also, I know maybe this is just my experience and how I feel. I get afraid I'll be told no. I get afraid that people will see the responsibilities that outside of a job or an obligation and feel like, well, you don't have as much time on hand as a man to do this, right? So like now I have 2 kids. It's gonna look like, well, I'd rather pay a man more because I know I can keep a hold of him, and he'll do the work. Where versus you have obligations, like you might need to take off if your kid's sick, you know, or it's just always just something with the women, like we're taking care of everything. So I feel like I have to pay you less because of you're an investment and these things are what's going to happen. When in reality, women tend to actually work faster than men, or tend to get something done quicker than men, instead of spending all that time, just because we know our time is precious. We know that we have X, Y, and Z going on. So we prioritize and do what it takes to get things done.
Yeah, that's really good. So as it relates to women, what are your thoughts on why we become stuck and sometimes experience unfulfillment in our lives?
Repeat that one more time for me. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. As it relates to women, why do you think? What are your thoughts on why we become stuck and sometimes experience unfulfillment in our lives?
I think it just goes back to what we feel like we are supposed to have and what we're supposed to deserve in life. You know, if we see just examples of what's going on, and you know, we see, well, this is how this person, this is what this person has. That's what I deserve to have as well. I'm not deserved to have more than that. So I feel like that's where a lot of women get stuck in that mindset.
Yeah. So what one piece of advice would you give to our listeners that are ready to move into like their own path, get unstuck, and start living, you know, life according to their own terms?
you have to break free of yourself first. You have to have some type of self-love with yourself and have that conversation with yourself as far as what it is that you want to do, how you're going to get there, and creating that roadmap for success to break free, essentially. Just picking off of what you have, like being fearless, essentially, right? um Being able to talk to yourself and tell yourself, like, well, I do deserve more. This is not it. There's more. And again, I'm a deserving of that. And you can fulfill it. And just believing yourself. And if you feel like you don't have enough in you to believe in yourself, make sure you have a trusted friend or a circle who you can talk to. And I truly believe in, if you surround yourself with people who are genuine, but are also at a place where you want to be, that's going to help you even more get to where you want to go.
Yeah,
And that's really in any category. You could work,
yeah.
life, family, anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's definitely important to surround yourself with positive people that can pull you up versus just hanging out with people that, whether it's family or friends, that are just complacent and are just going to drag you down and hold you back.
Right. Yes. Because it happens all the time. We have people that we've grown up with. We have family who have just done one thing their whole life. And it's like, for them, if the wheel's not broken, I'm just going to keep doing this type situation. But that would tend to become something that's like a negative or a toxic environment, and turns into a relationship. And you don't want to, as much as you love everybody, but that's not where you want to be. Surrounding yourself with 100%. You have to surround yourself with the positive and the stepping stones that people are taking, so you can help get up to their level too.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely also important to make sure that you have positive affirmations. Do you have, what are your thoughts on affirmations?
I believe that they are extremely helpful. There are affirmations that you can keep in anywhere, like in the back of your head. You can write them down on a Post-it note and put it in your mirror when you're brushing your teeth and you're just always staring at that. Just so it just reminds you of, like, this is what I'm trying to work towards, and this is why. And affirmations, I believe those also come from people who had the same feelings where they weren't able to be successful or succeed somewhere. And they were able to. So. Mm-hmm.
So now that 2021 is upon us, what are some exciting things that you're looking forward to in 2021?
Well, personally, I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I am getting married in 2021, so I'm super excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm super excited, to be able to, hopefully, knock on wood, that we can still have that wedding in person. Because I know a lot of us, this year has been a Debbie Downer, essentially. Outside of, like, I welcomed my son this year, so that was a positive note for me. But for everyone else that just wants to just not get back to life, but just have some type of joy in life and just break free for a little bit. That's what I'm really looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to more of my own self-growth, honestly. I really want to be a better partner in my relationship, be a better parent, as well as I have about to have a 4-year-old. So just trying to figure out how I could be a better parent to her as she's starting to develop. And, I'm trying to learn how to be more patient with someone I feel like is like a Sour Patch Kid doll running around. But, just just trying to navigate that. But yeah, and then, just doing more of my work, doing more with what I enjoy. And, I really want to get back to having more events in person for Women World Club, and getting back to that mission. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. When it comes to self-care, like, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing to kind of like just take a step back and refresh and rejuvenate?
I like to go to Target and walk around. when I have a couple of dollars and I need a self-care, I'll go to Target, buy myself something nice. But outside of that, it's really like just going for like a spa day to get my nails done, or doing something with my hair. That's my self-care. At home, is watching Netflix and with a pint of ice cream. Like that's my version of self-care, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
And also working out and exercising. It's very important.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Sometimes when women think about self-care, they think that it has to be like this long list, of extravagant things. And self-care can be something simple, like you said, just chilling on the couch, watching Netflix and eating some ice cream.
Yes, exactly. I'm very simple self-care person. I don't need to go on like a trip or something. Yeah.
So in terms of Women Rule Club, how can our listeners, find out more about it and, possibly even catch you in your next event?
Yes. So strongly advise you to follow our Instagram account. So it's Women Rule Club. We also have a website, which is going to have an update next week in terms of what we have planned for 2021. And you can also reach out to me on Women Rule Club on IG or my personal if you are interested in being involved, or we do also have an email list. So if you want to get on that, just so you can catch what's coming up next from the email box, that'd be the best way.
Awesome. So a question that I like to ask all my guests before we end is, in terms of fearless living, what does that mean to you?
Fearless living means to honestly just not being scared, doing what you feel within your heart is in your best interest. And well, I'm trying to think of the term. The term is now it's gone. I'm so sorry. But it goes with fearless again. It's just not being scared, not caring essentially what other people think about you and how you want to live your life and how you want to do things. Just doing it. That's what it means to me.
Awesome. All right. Well, our time is almost up. Any last parting words before we end?
Be great, everybody. 2020 is over now. 2021 is here, is amongst us, and keep finding ways to do what you want to do within your comfort. That's what I like to say.
Well, thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Fearless Fridays with Maryann. This has been amazing, and be sure to follow Women Rule Club.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.